Okay guys, short introduction to me. I'm the main dev of social finance, SOFI as you know it, and I will hereby present a little presentation about what we plan to do with the token. I will explain how the contribution system might work one day. We are currently building that to this extent, but yeah, we are in the starts. We are currently building this out of the box, so not everything of that is implemented now already, but yeah, we plan to implement those things as soon as possible, but that depends also on the user commitment and on your commitment, I would say. So yeah, about me, I'm 27 years old and I have around 7 years experience in programming itself. I worked for Acer before. My crypto experience is around about 2 years. I was part of the team of different other tokens and helped building this token. Yeah, so let's get started, and I got a little presentation for you here. That's the presentation I got for you. So what we will talk about now is the contribution system and the future plans of this system, because we haven't implemented everything that we planned so far. We need the user engagement. We need to know what the user thinks about it and how we can improve that. But here's a little sneak peek for you to tell you what we plan exactly. So, content and validation decentralized. That means users can contribute with their content. Might it be a design for our website or anything else design-wise, or maybe some tech he wants to contribute. Maybe he has some nice ideas. He's able to program nice stuff. Maybe develop an app or dApp, I would say, in this case, in our case. And yeah, as well as promo and socials. And for that, the user would generate content that is stuck in his mind. He would tell us what he wants to do. If we move further with this system, we will develop a verification network that is seen here, that handles all these requests of people that want to contribute. So the user creates content. After that, he sends this content to the verification network that we are building. And in the verification network, it will be tested and monitored and approved and handled. So first, we have the approval criteria. That means the content the user creates get checked automatically by artificial intelligence or something like that. We are not sure about that yet. And yeah, these approval criteria, of course, are dependent on what the people create. So the content, might it be some Reddit posts you want to create, or Twitter posts, or a design, or a tag. These criteria depend, of course, on the content the user is creating. So these approval criteria already filter the content for the best quality, because we are setting the criteria in a way that will determine if the content is high quality or low quality. And the content has to go through these criteria to be approved in this very first step. So if it does not get approved here, it won't get into the steps where you can really earn or get paid for what you contribute. Because if it doesn't even met the criteria we need for high quality stuff, it won't get any further. So the second level we have here is the community approval, because we are not building these criteria on our own. We want the community to be part of it. That's why we are creating the community approval. So this will build the second layer of trust. The community will check these criteria as well, and the content the user is creating. There will be a network where you can view all the contributions that are pending to be approved, and the people can comment on this, can upvote, downvote it if it meets these criteria, or they think, wow, that is a nice idea, I want to push that. They can push this very content, and they can also tell the creator of the content if it's a bad idea or not. There will be some criteria you can choose, of course, and we want the community to be a very big part of that. The community should always be a part of votings and approving content, because we only want this token to create content that the community really likes and really wants us to do. And yeah, with this second layer of trust by the community, we guarantee that the output is community driven. So the content that gets created, that really gets released in the name of our token, is meeting the criteria we are building in the system, but also the approval of the community itself. So now, after we met all these criteria, we have an approved content, like a tag or a promo, something like that. And we can move further now. We have the approved content again here. And that is already where you get the first half of your reward. We have the approved content here again. And this is already the first step where you get the first half of your reward. That is how we want to handle that. You get the first half of your reward that is planned at this stage, because your content has high quality and is approved. We will generate a network where this validated content gets stored, a network where this content he just created gets stored. That's also why the first half of the reward is also paid already, because the content he creates has value for us. And we want the people to be able to check up on this content and maybe get ideas for themselves from this content. And that's why we will get this content on the network, where it's to check for everybody. Everybody can check what people have generated to get ideas themselves, or use this content to promote something themselves and stuff like that. Okay, now we have the approved content. We go to the release of the content. Let's say we created a marketing campaign, something like that. This campaign gets released now by the user, and the release is monitored and screened, and that is because we want to see if this content he creates has an impact or meets the range. We can create content as much as we want, but if we have no impact with this content, we can't really work with it, you know. And because we don't know if the content will have an impact, we already paid the content creator the first half, because he put work into it, and we want this to be rewarded. Okay, after release of the content, as I said, it will be screened, and this will also be a job of the community. So you can request to do a job like this, monitoring releases of content by our users, and this job will also get paid. This might be annual payings or instant payments. We are still discussing that, but we want to handle this as jobs, like an annual payment, like once a month. So it will act like a job. So let's say the content has generated an impact. So the community says yes, the content got released and has a very big impact in regards of marketing campaigns, of course. Or let's say he designed a website for us and we are releasing the website and the community checks up on the website if everything is working fine and the community approves that. We have a validated success. And at that point, the creator of the content gets his second half of reward. So yeah, that is roughly what we plan with this network. This will always act decentralized. We are still planning it. We are still in baby shoes with that. Currently, the system works like that. You can request like promo or creating stuff with our verification form or in PMing us. And we will then tell you, after you told us what you plan, if this idea can be rewarded or would have an impact. And you can then release this promo or content, whatever. And after we verified that it was released, you can get a little bit of share already. And if we see that it has an impact, a big impact, then we will pay you the rest of it. And yeah, that is how it will work at this stage. But we are currently building this network here where it will always act like automatically with the criteria and the community approval and the content network where you can check up on which content got created and use this content yourself. Yeah, you can later on, of course, you don't have to start here creating content. You can also start like here. We have approved content that is in the network already, but you want to use it somewhere else. Let's say you had a nice promo on Reddit that someone created and you want to use the text or something like that for a Twitter promo. Then you have an approved content already. This step will not get rewarded because you are using someone else's content, but you can be rewarded if you release the content somewhere else and you have an impact with this content. So you can get a share for sharing users' content that got created from someone else. Yeah, and that is roughly how it should work. And yeah, I would say that's a pretty good wrap up for now. And the next video will come up soon where we will explain some different mechanics we also plan to implement. Thanks for your hearing and see you on SOFI.